Hey, what's up everyone? Paul here from dropshippingtitans.com, here to answer all your top questions about eBay and Amazon dropshipping. So what I do is during the week, you guys ask questions in the comment section of my videos. I save those up and I make one video that answers all those questions so that you guys can learn from them. You can all learn from them. Usually these videos are live, so if you want to join me live and ask your question live so you guarantee it gets answered, subscribe to the channel and also hit that little bell notification, because I do go live on different days of the week at different times, so you never know when it's going to be. The best way to know is to actually subscribe and hit that bell notification. Now, this video isn't live because I just tried to go live and for some reason it just kept cutting out, but I wanted to make sure that these questions got answered for you guys, so I'm just going to record this video and upload it, and next week we're going to do a live. So I'm coming to you today from sunny, beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida. And I'm right by the water here. I wanted to share this with you guys because the last time I was here I saw some dolphins. Maybe we'll get lucky. There's some beautiful sailboats. You might hear a small airplane go by because there's a small kind of airport nearby. But let's get into the dropshipping questions, because I know you guys do have a lot of questions about this topic, because dropshipping is a model where you find products on other retail websites like Walmart or HomeDepot.com. You list them for sale on eBay and Amazon. Once they sell, then you buy them from Walmart, but you ship them directly to the customer. So you never actually handle any inventory. And I know that that can be confusing for people and how that works. So that's why I do this Q&A, to kind of demystify this whole process and show you guys it's really not that bad. And the great thing about something like this is it can be done completely on the road, like anywhere you have an internet connection. Personally, I travel around the country in an RV. It's a van, but it is an RV, and I'm able to do that without worrying about inventory or warehouses because everything is done online. One of the other beauties of that is that it allows me to have other people work on the business, and they can work on the business from anywhere in the world because it's all done online. So that brings me to the first question from Quantes, who wants to know how much I pay my virtual assistants. And virtual assistants are contractors that I hire. They're pretty much all from the Philippines, and they do log into my eBay account, my Amazon account, take care of things, and they're able to do that. And the great thing about that is that the cost of living in the Philippines is much lower here in the United States. So even if I pay them $2 an hour, which a lot of them I do, that's still a good wage for them. That's a livable wage. And it's obviously a really good deal for me. I can hire basically, like 7 virtual assistants for the price of 1 employee here in the United States. And they get to work from home, they get a livable wage, and they're really, really loyal in the Philippines. So it really works out well. But to answer more specifically your question, how much do I pay them, even though I kind of alluded to that already. So for most jobs with dropshipping, they're pretty easy, so to speak. They're not that challenging once you get them down to a system and teach your virtual assistants those systems, which I'll talk more about in a second. But for that and there's a lot of virtual assistants who already know how to do these jobs. So $2 an hour is fine for most of those jobs. Things like listing products, fulfilling orders, $2 an hour is fine. Now, one thing that I would recommend is that if you're going to hire a virtual assistant to do customer service or to be more of a manager, that usually requires more advanced skills, maybe more proficiency in English. So we usually pay them at least $3 an hour. For one of my manager VAs, I paid $4.50 an hour because she is pretty much running everything. She pretty much replaced me. And when I hired her, that's kind of what won me over for her. She said, I want to make your job as easy as possible. I want to kind of replace you, so to speak, so you can go do whatever else you have to do, and I'll just run everything. And I said, okay. And that for me was worth $4.50 an hour. Now, if you know you're going to keep your VA for a while, I would do something more like a salary, a set salary per month. So that's what I do with these VAs. They do have a salary, but it works out to about $2 an hour or $4.50 an hour, depending on the job. You just kind of break that down into 40 hours a week, 4.3 weeks a month on average, and that usually gives you a good idea of what the salary should be. And I like that because it really establishes between myself and the virtual assistant that this would be a long, ongoing relationship that we're going to have together and that we're going to work together. And I'm going to train them if I have to, but a lot of times they're already trained, which is very, very helpful. So I hope that was a good answer for you. Next question is from Alwan. Alwan is curious about dropshipping products from China and says that they're concerned because a lot of the products can only be shipped through Aliexpress using ePacket. But they're saying that eBay only accepts speed pack, not ePacket. And Alwan doesn't know what to do. So Alwan, unfortunately, I can't really help you too much because this speed pack requirement. So there is a requirement on eBay that you can't use ePacket. You can only use something like speed pack, but that's only if you're selling on eBay in the Southeast Asia. So countries like Singapore. If you're here in the United States like I am, you can use ePacket. I have no idea why this rule only applies to countries in Southeast Asia like Singapore. It's just what it is. So, and the reason I wanted to bring that up is because I think there's a lot of rumors that this applies to every country and every region. It's not true. If you're selling it in the United States, you can use ePacket, which is what most shippers on AliExpress use, so it's fine. But as for your particular circumstances, unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you because I don't know how you would get around that or what you would do instead. So you might want to try selling on eBay.com in that case. That way you don't have to worry about those requirements. Okay, next question here is from Malik. So he's also curious about drop shipping from AliExpress onto eBay and wants to know how, so AliExpress to eBay, you can use a software called AutoDS to automate that for you. And I made a video recently about how to do that. If you want to check that out, just search on YouTube for Paul J. Lipsky AliExpress AutoDS. It should come up. I have a few videos about it. But basically what I like about AutoDS is it does fully kind of automate the process. It will find items for you that are popular. This is what I show in the video. It will list those items for you automatically. And it will also fulfill the orders for you automatically. So Malik wants to know, how does it fulfill the orders? How does it know what your credit card information is? So when you're setting up AutoDS, you actually put in your credit card information so that it can then go on to AliExpress and actually fulfill the order for you. So it's all automated, which is a pretty neat feature of that. Okay, Nicomat says, thanks for looking at the comments. My pleasure. Says, enjoy your instructional videos and learning a lot of things. So I just sold an item on eBay, dropshipped from AliExpress to a customer in Texas. PayPal and eBay charged the customer sales tax, even though my PayPal account and, but I also noticed, okay, so basically you're asking why is eBay charging you sales tax, even though it's coming from China? So eBay does collect sales tax automatically for over 30 states. I'm not even connected to the internet right now, so I can't look up all the states. It's always changing. They're always increasing the number of states that they collect for, but it's over 30. So they are doing that so you don't have to worry about it anymore. And they're going to do that no matter where the product is being shipped from. So even if it's coming from China, they're still going to charge sales tax to the buyer. Now the good thing is they collect it, they handle it, they send it to the state, so you don't have to worry about it. In this case, the customer was in Texas, so they're going to collect that sales tax, hold on to it, and then at the end of the month, they're going to send it to Texas for you automatically. You don't have to worry about it. So that answers your question. Now what you would want to do is then become tax exempt on your supplier's website. So for instance, inside my course, I teach you how to do that for Home Depot, for Walmart, and for Amazon, and then I basically show you the steps to follow if you want to become tax exempt on other websites that I don't cover. Because I can't show literally every single website because there's so many retailers out there. But those are the 3 most popular that people drop ship from. So I included those in the course specifically if you want to become tax exempt on those websites. And what that will allow you to do is you can then buy an item from Walmart and not pay sales tax to Walmart, because technically you don't have to pay sales tax when you buy an item if you're buying it for the specific purpose of reselling it. The only person who has to pay sales tax is the end consumer. And you, as a reseller, are not the end consumer. The buyer on eBay, the buyer on Amazon, they are the end consumer. And it's just really exciting because it means you save so much money by not paying sales tax because the end consumer is the one paying sales tax. So it is allowed. So that's why I show you how to do that, for instance, inside my dropshipping courses. Okay, next question is from Eb. No, that's not really a question. Okay, so we talked about virtual assistants before, so this is a great follow-up question from Ali the Gamer, saying, I'm interested in hiring a virtual assistant, however, I'm a little skeptical. Isn't it a risk to give them your eBay account and Zeek Analytics account? So this is a really, really good question because I know this is a fear that a lot of people have. It's a fear that I definitely had as well. So I do cover this really, really in depth in my virtual assistant course. And I'm only saying that because inside the course, I specifically show like how, like step by step, like how they can work on your eBay account, how they can work with your various software without exposing too much that puts you at risk, without exposing sensitive information, without even giving them your credit card information while still allowing them to place orders on your suppliers' websites. So I show you ways to get around all of that. But just kind of more generally, because that's more like step by step, but I can give you like a general answer here. You don't want to give them access to your eBay account right away. It's the same thing like if you owned a store, like a physical store, you wouldn't give a new employee the keys to the register right away. That's not a smart idea. You hire them, you start them with easy tasks that don't require a lot of trust, and you build up from there. You could also do things like give them gift cards so that they don't spend the money on your credit card. Also, even if you give them your credit card information, you can always file a dispute with your credit card company. And also, a lot of these websites like Walmart, it stores your credit card information. So they can just log in and place the order without ever needing access to your credit card. And the last thing that I'll say, and again, I talk about this much more inside the course, but I really have to say it here because these virtual assistants, I've never had a problem. I've never had a problem with a virtual assistant. They're really trustworthy. They want to do good work, and they want you to continue to employ them. Let's say you give them a $100 gift card for them to fulfill an order, and then they run away with that $100 gift card, and they sell it, maybe, let's say it's a $100 gift card for like Home Depot. They can't spend that money on themselves because if they buy the item from Home Depot, there's no way for it to get to them unless they ship it to a freight forwarding company who then forwards it to them. And the cost of doing that could be very expensive. And for what? Like a tool set on Home Depot? But let's say they were a little bit smarter or a little bit more savvy, I should say, and they decided they're going to sell that gift card to someone else. So what? They have a $100 gift card. Maybe they sell it for like $80 to someone else. They just made $80, but they just lost a job that's going to pay them and feed their family week after week after week after week. It's just not worth it. They are people who understand that a long-term employment is much, much, much more valuable than just getting like a quick $80 or $100. So we have found that there's zero issues with these virtual assistants, and they want to do good work, and they want you to trust them because they need the work and they need the work to continue. But that's a really good question. Okay, so Jose has a question. Let me just check on my dog here. What are you doing down there, Orlando? Okay. He has a question about taxes again. When you're buying an item from the supplier and you're not tax exempt. So remember I said buying an item from Walmart, I'm tax exempt, so I'm not paying taxes to Walmart. But let's say you're not tax exempt. How do you factor in the tax into the price of the item on eBay? So let's say it's a $20 item on Walmart. It's $20. Because that's under $35, it's going to be $5.99 for shipping. So 20 plus $5.99, so we're at $25.99 plus tax. So let's say that's just make up $2. So now we're at $27.99. That's the cost of the item. That's the cost of the item. So don't think the cost of the item is $20. It's not. It's the price plus shipping plus sales tax. Now, if sales tax is $0, then that's just $0. If it's over $35 and shipping is free, then shipping is $0. But in this case, if you add it all up, it's $27.99. You take the $27.99 and then you mark it up enough so you cover your eBay fees, your PayPal fees, and you make a profit. So you mark it up by your percentage, whatever that is. For my students, you know how to figure that out from what I show in the course. But after that, that's the price of the item. So that's how it works. Okay. So AceBN PR007 says, does Home Depot have dynamic pricing? Yes, they do. So dynamic pricing is when you go to a website and you see an item and it costs, let's say $100 bucks. But then under different circumstances, when you go to the website, the price changes. Now, I'm not talking about sales here. I'm not talking about coupons here. I'm talking about things like, let's say you access the website from another state. Oh God, what's the dog eating? What are you doing? Okay, he's fine. Let's say you access the website from another state. Well, in that state, or even another zip code, the price might be lower or higher. Even things like accessing the same website from your phone, the price might change. Or accessing it during different times of the day, your price might change. Or let's say you visit the site once and you come back later, they might lower the price to kind of like give you an incentive to buy it. So that's what dynamic pricing is. It's very, very complex. Home Depot's is much, much simpler than that. All Home Depot does is they change the price based on different zip codes. Not for all items, but for many items. You go to one zip code, it's one price. You go to another zip code, it's another price. So it's kind of like a game because you don't know which items have the different prices. You don't know what zip codes are better than others. So it is a game. You can play it and it does work, but it requires a lot of manual searching on your part. So that's how it kind of works. Let's see. Maybe that's... Okay. So a question here from McChris LTD. When you dropship from Walmart, does your customer get the item in a Walmart box with the logo and the name Walmart on it? Won't they know it's from Walmart? So I made a video about this, but in that video, what I did was I ordered a bunch of items from Walmart, ordered a bunch of items from Amazon, from Home Depot, and showed you what box it comes in and what's included in that box, any slips of paper in that box, for instance. And what we discovered was that a lot of the Walmart items, they do come in a Walmart box, and Home Depot items do come in a Home Depot box. But with Walmart, inside the box, a lot of times they don't include any invoice at all. All they include is the item. In Home Depot boxes, they include the item and a slip of paper that has the address on it, but it does not have the price of the item on it. And with Amazon, it does have Amazon on the outside, and they do have a slip of paper in there, but with Amazon, you can do gift receipt, which does not include the price of the item. So the customers using at least those websites will not ever see the price of the item in 99% of the cases. Now, as for the box itself, what we've noticed is that we've sold hundreds of thousands of items online, and very, very, very few customers have complained about the fact that the items have come in boxes from another retailer. And I think the reason for that is because they just rip open the box, they're just excited to see the package, and that's it. Or another reason is they might assume, hey, this person shipped me something, they needed to buy their boxes from somewhere, so they probably went to Walmart, bought a bunch of boxes, or went to Home Depot, bought a bunch of boxes, and just used those boxes to ship the items. At least that's the kind of rationale that I've gone through with it, because I know people who sell on eBay who are like resellers, and that's where they get their boxes from. They just have any boxes they have around. So that's what we do. Very, very few customers complain, and the ones that do, it's pretty easy to make them happy. So it's not been an issue at all. Do we ship worldwide with Aliexpress? So Aliexpress items are coming from China. Do we ship to people outside the United States? Right now, we are only shipping to people in the United States with Aliexpress. Now, the cool thing about Aliexpress is that you can ship around the world. They'll ship it directly from China anywhere in the world. And that is something I'm definitely going to play with in the future. But for right now, only shipping to the United States. And I'm probably losing a lot of money by doing it that way. A lot of potential money, I should say. But that's just what I'm doing. Cool. So those are all the questions I had saved up. Sorry we couldn't be live this week. I'll try to fix the technology for next week. But if you guys have any questions about eBay and Amazon dropshipping, you can either ask them in the comment section of this video or any of my videos, and then make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you get alerted when I go live. If you guys got any value out of this video, smash that like button down below. And also, if you want more information about eBay dropshipping or Amazon dropshipping, you can't wait for the next live Q&A, then check out the description in this video. Right underneath this video, check out the description because there's a ton of free content in there for you. I have a quiz there that'll help you decide what your best business is, whether that's eBay or Amazon, or there's a few other options in there as well. Click on that link to decide what your best business is for you. I also have free trainings in there about eBay dropshipping and free training in there about Amazon dropshipping. So if you want to learn more right now, that is the best place to go, completely free to watch those trainings. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next week, hopefully live. Bye for now.